So this is my real life brother.
Real life brother.
Real life.
Real life.
Real life. And we actually did a gaming memories video. How many years ago? About 7, 8 years ago?
It's got to be something about that.
Yeah.
Old ass by then.
Yeah, we are. So I thought it'd be good today to get Scott here to talk about some of the best and most prominent gaming memories from the 90s. And we haven't really got much to kind of talk about from today. It's all back when the Super Nintendo, the Sega Mega Drive, NES at 80s, the Atari.
Well, I had the NES as well.
Yeah, you
I
did.
had the NES Christmas, you had the SNES.
What, the same Christmas?
Exact same Christmas.
Really?
Yep, exact same Christmas.
Honestly?
You got your SNES the day I got my NES.
Oh my God.
Because I didn't have a TV at the time, I had to get that black and white one off Harry. Black and white TV.
Did you get it off Harry?
Was it off Harry, yeah.
You didn't.
I did.
And you had to turn, I mentioned that recently, I said something about us playing, it was a Terminator game on the NES. And we had to like turn the dial to tune it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Remember? And we're still playing Mario Brothers on a black and white telly. And this is weird because black and white tellies were almost obsolete in the 90s.
To be fair, I think it was the first time I ever saw a black and white telly.
Really?
Honestly, yeah.
Bloody
I
hell.
didn't tell you I got this for Christmas. I played it downstairs and then Dad got in touch with Liz and Harry and I brought a black and white to 15 quid.
£15?
15 quid.
How do you remember that? Like,
15.
wow. So we first had an NES, like an actual NES. We played the NES before that, but your first NES was played on a black and white television. Tremendous, tremendous.
Didn't work.
Did it not?
No, didn't work with black and white television.
Really?
Honestly, didn't work.
Wow, why do I not remember this? That's bonkers.
Honestly.
I love it. I love it. So, yeah, so this is Scott. You guys know me. This is going to be very talky. There's not going to be much editing. There's not going to be much cut away. But what I want to know from you, the one thing that I was like, what can I ask you is, if you were to pick one gaming memory, what would be the most prominent? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Porsche Challenge.
Wow, I didn't expect you to say that.
Porsche Challenge.
Honestly.
First game I
Step
ever
in a bit.
completed on the PS1.
Right, okay, so tell us about Porsche Challenge. What is it about Porsche Challenge that's your kind of bread and butter memory?
It's just one of the first games I got for the PS1.
Yes.
I wanted the PS1 the Christmas it came out and I didn't get it, so I got it the following year.
Yeah.
Got Crash Bandicoot, Porsche Challenge, and it was what was it?
International Superstar Soccer.
98.
Yeah.
98, yeah. I think I brought Ridge Racer at the time of Christmas when at that time, but I just
right.
went straight back to Porsche Challenge.
Yes.
I don't know, I loved it.
Yes, and do you, it's weird because if I play that now, it takes me all the way back to the feelings I got when we played it that Christmas, like the graphics, like, oh my God, the graphics, the music, the everything, the lights, the night tracks, the day tracks, everything.
Test driver.
Yeah, it's mental, isn't it? Mirror mode.
Mirror mode.
And when new tracks would unlock different, kind of like you could go a different way on the track, the further into the game you got. It was unbelievable, unbelievable.
That's the most prominent memory. Well, that's the first.
Yeah.
I say, 'cause it was the first game I played on the PS1. I think we played Wipeout down at Brentnall's house. Not Paul Brentnall's.
Jason Brentnall.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I played Wipeout because they got it for Christmas. It came out, and there was me, you, Gaz, Damo, and then the Brentnall brothers, Jason and Martin. And we went around and we were playing Wipeout.
God, oh my God. How weird is that? Like, I forgot about that. And then when you said Brentnall, I was thinking, Paul, no, I forgot about them too as well. Oh my God. Even now I'm having like a bit of a nostalgia trip doing this video. How mental. And there was a Wipeout demo. I remember the demo because that was revolutionary, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like the graphics, the music, the technology behind that. And obviously it was released on the Saturn as well, which I never remember seeing a Saturn back in the day. Do you?
No, first time I saw a Saturn was at Uncle Rob's.
Honestly.
Georgina and Sarah had a Saturn.
I can't even believe, I actually forgot about that as well.
That was the first time I played Resident Evil 1 when it came out on the Saturn.
Never.
Yeah.
No. Dude, I'd love to know what happened to that Saturn.
I haven't a clue.
I need to ask him. I forgot. And they did have a Saturn. You're absolutely right, because there were a few Christmases when we'd kind of go round, and I remember seeing it now, and I totally forgot about that. That's mental. So Wipeout for you was your first PlayStation 1 game that you saw being played?
Yep.
And then you first played Porsche Challenge.
Yep.
And how do you feel when you play it now? is.
It's different because I play it through emulation.
Okay.
I've got a PS1 Classic.
Yes.
Which I did the little mod and what have you.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Porsche Challenge was one of the first ones that I put on it to play it. Graphics are abysmal, gameplay is abysmal, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like for me, like for gaming wise, like when I was younger playing games, I didn't absorb it as much as what you and my friends did. I just enjoyed playing it.
Yeah.
But now when I play those titles like Crash Bandicoot, Porsche Challenge, any Resident Evil, you know, I don't play the games that are like, how can you put it, like indie games. I don't. Me, it's just mainstream.
Yeah,
so
triple A.
Challenge, Resident Evil, Silent Hills, anything like that, I would play, and that's where my memories come from. But when I play them now, I enjoy it more, and those memories become more fonder when I was younger. So I appreciate it more. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Like, I didn't enjoy it as much as a kid. I enjoyed it, but not to this level. You know what I mean?
What's wrong with this level? Yeah, yeah.
Wrong with this
No,
level,
I know. I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
But not on this level. I had small collections and games that I favoured, but I enjoy it more now. Than what I did back then, if you know what I mean. The memories, like that nostalgic feeling.
Yes.
I mean, it's nostalgia, isn't it?
It's nostalgia, yeah. And this is a weird one, nostalgia, because sometimes nostalgia makes me sad. And I'm playing it and I'm like, oh, I really miss the 90s, man. Like, I really, really miss it.
Yeah.
But then I do actually buzz off it and I play it. And like you said with Porsche Challenge, the graphics are terrible, the controls are clunky. I say to myself, how did we manage back then? How did we think that this was next level? Because half of these games are so clunky when you play them, you're like, this is terrible and almost unplayable, some of them. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. So what about, like, because obviously I've spoke about John Shaw quite a bit and going to the second-hand shops. Trading and second-hand kind of wheeling and dealing as a kid for us was absolutely huge, and demo discs as well on the PlayStation 1. And I know why you're laughing. I can still hear it and I can still see it, which we'll talk about. Or do you want to tell them, like, so tell us about the demo disc saga on the PlayStation 1. What happened?
Well, like I said before, we didn't have the money to go out and buy games, so we heavily became dependent on trading up. That was, whether it was with friends, whether it was John Shaw second-hand shop, or even, well, friends like taking them to school and swapping at school.
Yeah, I loved that.
But I had this horrific stack of demos, like, and I went in John's this particular day, and I can't remember what game it was that I saw that I wanted, but I had nothing that I wanted to trade for it. So me, being me, young.
How young?
Must have been 9.
Yeah. No, you were a lot older than 9. I would say, Christ almighty, 12 maybe, if that, maybe 11, maybe, I don't know. I don't even remember.
Anyway, I don't know, but I was young. Young. Anyway, I went into John's second-hand shop and asked if he wanted to do a deal on this stack of demos, and it didn't go the way I wanted it to, so they found themselves scattered across half the town.
You were crying and screaming, literally. And I remember these demos, and we stood outside the Bluebell, and you had them like that, and I think they just went, and then, right outside past the bell, near Rossi. Remember Rossi, that sports shop? And you were crying your eyes out, and obviously I found it hilarious. So you were getting more wound up by the fact that I was absolutely pissing myself because John wouldn't trade your demo discs, and quite right, because demo discs back in the day, they had no monetary value. You wanted a PS1 game because that's how we got that kind of dopamine hit with the, No, it didn't happen. Did you? I don't remember what happened after. Did you ever pick them up?
Yeah, I picked them up, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I picked them up.
What did you do with them?
I don't know.
You idiot.
As with a lot of things from our age, just things disappeared.
Things just, like whatever happened to your NES box or my Super Mario All-Stars, like console boxes, did they just go in the bin that morning, at Christmas morning?
Well, there was a time when what was I trying to do? I tried to trade my NES for something. Remember that second-hand shop down Mansfield Road?
Yes. Yeah,
on the corner opposite that shop.
Yes.
I went in there to try and sell it to them, and they wouldn't give me the money I wanted for it because there was something else I wanted.
Right.
And then I took it back home and it stayed in the box, and ever since then, I don't know what happened to it. I know I didn't take it to John's.
Yeah.
And I know that shop didn't take it off me, and they was pretty much the only places other than there was that shop at End of Prospect Street, wasn't there?
Vaguely remember that.
Gift,
Yeah, it's a gift. Yeah.
But no,
so like trolls and everything. Yeah.
So I don't know where it went.
God, it's mad to think, like, where are your Where is that NES? I could have it. Where is that? Like, I wish we'd have known back then and maybe like written like a little bit of a. It's funny, you know, because I was thinking, ADHD brain. I remember the first Christmas. I lived at grandma's. And I got some money and I bought a PS1 from WH Smith in Alfreton with a copy of Theme Hospital, right? So I got this brand new set, went home, played Theme Hospital, realised it didn't have as much longevity as what I wanted. Yep. But what I'd done is in the back of the manual, I'd written a load of cheat codes down. I'd gone in WH Smith, wrote the cheat codes down on my hand off the magazines, put them in my manual. I was like, right, I'm going to boost my experience here. Hated the game, went back to WH Smith, traded it after a week. I was like, can I swap it? I didn't tell them I'd written in the manual. They didn't check. I got a new game. I don't remember what it was. But it made me think about my copy of Theme Hospital because I'd know my writing. Please check if you have a copy of Theme Hospital in the back of your PlayStation 1 manuals. If there's a load of codes, please at me or use hashtag Team24 on Twitter or come over to the Discord and show me and I will tell you if it is mine. So, you know, like things like that. I was like, where is that copy of Theme Hospital?
It's there somewhere.
It is there.
In a box.
Yeah. In somebody's collection.
Some charity shop.
Or somebody's collection. It could be right here. You never know. But you need to check if you ever see it out and about. You need to just have a leaf through the manual and check if because I think you'd know my writing, surely.
Oh, it's same as Dylan's.
Yeah, you'd know my writing. So yeah. So when did like you kind of was there ever like anything else like on the PS1 that you're really fond of? Because we didn't really play PS1 after I left home. We were just kind of like. But before that, it was quite prominent with the Amiga at Matt's house, Damo's house.
I think it died from, well, I wasn't use the word die, but it stopped for me when I got it chipped. I think the last game I played on the PS1 was Grand Theft Auto 2.
Grand Theft Auto 2, okay, really? You remember that?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a copy version.
Yeah.
So it got ruined and I had another pad because it got ruined. That's how I know, that's how I remember that. But yeah, I mean, like I say, for me, it's just all like mainstream stuff like your Crash Bandicoots, Spyro the Dragon.
Yeah.
Anything mainstream, any Tekken.
Tekken 2, mate.
Yeah.
I remember when Gareth and Damo got that because they were like the kids on the estate that would get all the games first.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider, Tekken,
Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid, Resident Evil. So I actually remember I would like go down to the house. Do you remember you'd go in that back porch and then you'd come round, knock on the back door, like praying you were allowed in on a summer's day just to sit and play in front of the PlayStation because that's how I like got my. That was the internet for me.
Yeah. Going
to see what they had because we didn't have really access to it, did we?
No.
You know, so that was absolutely brilliant. I think for me, like the PS1 days and the Super Nintendo days, them kind of like early to late 90s was my absolute favourite. Yeah. The best time. It was the worst time for many reasons, which we won't discuss, but the best time for video games. What about you? Like, what's your kind of like, is it your PS1 stuff?
I don't know. You see, when I got the PS2 when I left school, I can remember buying that and I was excited. To be fair, I was a bit disappointed with the PS2 to start off with.
Oh, really?
Until I brought another Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Silent Hill 2 when I bought that.
Masterpiece.
I brought it from Blockbusters, took it home. I can't remember something happened. I ended up staying at my mum and granddad's at Ripley.
Oh,
and I took it with me. So I stayed there for a weekend.
Oh my God.
And then I went home and I played it. And then ever since then, that was it. It was just like hooked on another mainstream Silent Hill game.
That is a masterpiece. And I
love it. That's what I'm waiting for the PS5. That's what I'm waiting for.
Come on, let's go.
Can't wait.
But it's actually aged really well. If you go back and play Silent Hill 2 now, it's aged fantastically. It's really, really palatable and really playable. But there was this, you mentioned PS2 and I was laughing because, do you remember when I was at university and we literally bumped into one another in Dixon's in Vic Centre?
Yeah.
I think I was probably on an ecstasy come down and I had just enough money. You were like looking really smart. I was like hanging out my arse. I was like...
That was the day I brought the PS2.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I got GTA 3 and a PS2 that day. That was like the GTA 3 launch day. I'd never heard of it, and this guy come over to me. I remember he was tall, ginger, quite well built, lovely guy, and they said they'd got their copies of GTA 3 in the shop, and they'd opened them just after midnight and were playing them all through the night and couldn't believe how good this game was. And I never heard of it. I'm like, what are you on about? Like, I was like, what even? Yeah. bro, I snapped it up and I was like, this is a game changer. Right there was a game changer. But I think the PS2 is good because it's backwards compatible.
Yeah, no, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Play PS1 games, isn't it?
Yeah, and unfortunately the PS3, unless you've got the 60 gig model, isn't, but we digress nonetheless. So I think for me, like being in here, every time I'm in here, it's that residual energy of
Of course it is.
the childhood of ours, which I'm so fond of. You know, I just wish we could all get together, like me, Matt, Gaz, Damo, like Paul. I wish we could all just get together and have like a pizza and a gaming night.
Why not?
I think we should organise it, and I think we should film it.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to see that, let us know in the comment section, and please share some of your favourite gaming memories. So thank you for coming along.
Welcome.
It's all good in the hood, and subscribe. And I've really enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoyed it. So yeah, a bit ad hoc, like I say, very minimal editing, but please let us know what you think. Cheers.
Thank you.
I need a few seconds of your time to tell you about channel memberships. If you guys want to become a channel member, click join from the main page or the second link in the description. There are 3 tiers, all with different perks for you if you want to become a team member. Thanks for your time. Let's continue with the video.